Welcome to the Carol and Steve Show.
And in this video, we're going to talk about our trip to Munich, Germany and Oktoberfest. Have you guys been?
You have to go once.
It's crazy. We'd heard about it. Everybody's heard about Oktoberfest, but
it was a lot of fun.
The ones they do here in America are unlike the one they do in Munich. And Oktoberfest is in September.
And ends at like the 1st or 2nd or 3rd of October.
Okay. So we went as part of the Mercedes-Benz European Delivery experience. We took a trip through Germany, and part of it was sponsored by Mercedes-Benz of Burlington. So we drove to Munich.
That was our last stop of the tour.
Yeah, and it was fantastic. And we actually had a bus take us to Oktoberfest, which was pretty close to the center of the city, really.
I actually think you can walk.
Yeah, maybe. It was. I thought it was going to be on the outskirts, because what we heard and what it actually is at least 10 tents that are the size of football fields.
Or larger.
Huge, with these wooden structures built up at the front to make it look permanent, but they're not really permanent.
And they're just tents, but you wouldn't know it when you first see it.
You have 100,000 people drinking beer. Right, Carol? Crazy, crazy experience with the huge, big old steins. I mean, and what are your thoughts on this thing?
Okay, along with the tents, there's this huge carnival that's behind it.
Right.
That you can walk through and go on rides and play the games.
Huge carnival with rides that are way up high that shoot you down real fast and spin you around. So I wouldn't drink the beer or eat the sausage before some of those rides, because it would upset your stomach.
We didn't go on any of the rides.
No, we didn't.
But we did go into a couple of tents. One is, I think you have to reserve the spot
to get in. Yeah, there's some type of reservation system. We had it reserved for us. So we walked into a tent. Each tent is sponsored by a beer company. So when you go in that tent, you get that beer.
And then we did go into one before we were going into our tent. We walked through, and you got everybody standing on tables, and they're dancing to what? American music.
There was an Oompa band, German Oompa band, doing Sweet Caroline. Really, we had a lot of fun when that happened.
That was funny.
Yeah, because a lot of us were from Boston. And then, we walked around. You can have pretzels and sausages and get all this food at the little booths and things. But then we went into our tent, which I hear was one of the exclusive tents, and we went up through the VIP area, and there was all paparazzi there looking for people to take photos of.
And they didn't take our photos.
They didn't recognize us.
They didn't recognize us from the Carol and Steve Show?
Yeah. So then we got taken down to just like the other tents we saw, and we had this nice table, ton of food, great waiters serving us huge steins of beer.
Right.
How many did he hold? How many did he have?
15 maybe.
Like in his two hands?
Yes, in his two hands. How many of us were there? There were
20
plus
a couple
people,
of trips.
so,
We
right.
had 4, 6, and 6. 12 maybe, yeah. So the big steins. I usually drink maybe a pint or two, but these things were huge, and I actually almost finished 2 of them. And it wasn't warm. It was cold and stayed cold.
And also the same size as the beer almost was the pretzels we got served to us.
The best pretzels I think I've ever had.
And it's not because we had the beer first that it made them seem better.
They're really
good.
soft and good, and they were served with liverwurst, which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
And then they had huge, not
Family
plates, but dishes of food that got passed around. Yeah. Chicken and meat and everything. So I got like a huge, could have been like half a chicken.
And I think they had other options of what you can get.
Right. You had ham.
Other person had what, pig's eye?
I think it was a pig's foot. I think it was a pig's eye.
Okay. Still. Something I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Definitely, if you go to Munich,
right.
You go in the end of September, go to Oktoberfest for once.
Right. And you could wear lederhosen, and the women wear dirndls. It's a really
The women
cute.
wear that too, what the men wear?
The women could wear the lederhosen, and that looked really cute too.
People get dressed up.
The outfits cost a lot. They show up in the department stores, and they were like $500 to $1,000 for these outfits.
But
you would own those for a long time.
Find a Halloween costume here and bring it over with you. That's not
that would look weird. You wouldn't want to bring a Halloween costume over to Germany. They would be laughing at you. No,
All
no,
right.
no. I actually wore a blue and white check shirt, which turned out to be the outfit that a lot of people wore.
Correct.
Yeah. And so we went with a group of like at least 24 people at a huge table and had a great time.
Stood in the chairs. Okay, I won't get up. And danced and sang. It was
Danced
fun.
and sang and had a really good time. Yeah. So that's Oktoberfest in Munich. And as always, if you want to follow more stories of our travels, go to stevegarfield.com. Thanks.
Thanks.